For editors who have spent time in prison, what are some unspoken rules between inmates that should be known? Even if you aren't racist, you gotta stay with your own race. What if you're of a race that typically doesn't go to prison? East Asian, Indian, or Middle Easterners? Do you just stick with either the blacks or the Latinos depending on how dark your skin is? Also, what if you're ethnically ambiguous? I'm half white, half black, but I look more Hispanic/Southeast Asian. I think you might need to either learn Spanish or math and just pretend to be a different race. Got it? Learn Spanish and pretend to be a Chalo. Now I know. I was in a few times when I was quite young in Canada. Here's some rules. You don't whistle. You don't call anyone a goof. It's the worst insult. The American version is bitch or punk. If you borrow something, it's generally a rule that you pay back twice what you've taken. You don't steal, ironically. Don't talk about what you're in for. Don't gamble if you can't pay your debts. Don't back down from a challenge. Always make sure a seat isn't taken before sitting in the cafeteria. Don't hide in your cell. Keep your cell clean. Don't be friendly with the guards. I've been in Cook County Jail in Chicago, so while not really a prison, it's damn close. There were basically 4 main groups: blacks, Hispanics, whites, and neutron slang for anyone that isn't in a gang. I was grouped in with the neutrons. I was asked immediately when I got to my bunk if I was plugged, slang for being in a gang. I told a couple of the guys no and was told that being a big guy will help me. Just mind my business, obey the unwritten rules and I'll be okay. A few of the unwritten rules for a neutron: must not eat at the same tables as the gang members. Must wait to eat while all the gang members say grace together before dinner. Yes, you read that correctly. When the gang leaders wanted to shower, you got the frick out of the showers. Don't get involved in any barter systems with the gangs. Gangs get extra trays of food, no one else, unless you work in the kitchen. At the same time, it was heavily frowned upon within the gang community if a fellow gang member picked on a neutron. It's considered weak, and I've seen guys get their ass kicked by their own gang for doing it. The courtesy flush. You flush your poop straight as it falls in, so it doesn't stink out the place too much. Always have one leg outside your pants when taking a dump. Then if anyone attacks you, your legs aren't short leashed together. Note to myself: don't break the law, because you won't last a day in jail. I have been in jail, not prison. One thing I learned is that Big Brother is considered a gay show, and you will get beat up if you try watching it on a shared TV. Also, never talk about your case unless you are out of appeals, because there are specific inmates who will try to learn just a basic understanding of your case, then lie and say you confessed to killing Billy or whatever. Sprinkle a few legit details about your case to make it sound legit and get some time off. This will destroy you in court, as you will have no way to prove they are lying. I had one of these guys constantly asking me about my address, my family, all kinds of info, but I had been warned and gave false info, so he would discredit himself. Always get a job in the kitchen. If you can, it's the best place to work. I hear that. Back in 08 I did some time for a robbery. Started working in the ramp room, which was the kitchen stock room. The kitchen guys would occasionally bring us some stuff every now and then, but once I got transferred to working in the kitchen, we ate amazing food every day. Bacon, scrambled eggs, home fries, French toast, pancakes, etc. for breakfast. Chicken fingers, chicken parm, veal, rigatoni, homemade bacon cheeseburgers and fries for lunch and dinner. Homemade cookies and brownies for dessert. We ate like champs while the rest of the facility ate the garbage state food. It was the best part about being locked up. I did 17 months in a low security federal correctional institution. Here are a bunch of unspoken rules. Respect the cup, bowl, spork, or other item used as a microwave line placeholder. Unless under special circumstances, always sit with your race or group in the chow hall. Follow television segregation rules. If friends with people of different races, don't ever assume it's okay to sit close to their television. Always ask your friends, or wait to be invited, regardless of whether they are your race or not. Don't snitch on other inmates. Riots or fights can break down by race real quick. Be prepared to have a friend beat the crap out of you, or beat the crap out of a friend, or get as far away from the fight/riot as possible. When a movie is being shown, don't be the butthole who ruins the experience for everyone else. In other words, watch, stay quiet, or go somewhere else. In preparation for count, if your cellie or bunkie is freaking around or about to screw up the count, it's your responsibility to ensure this does not happen. Everyone will give you crap for not keeping track of your cellie/bunkie. When another inmate says a correctional officer or unit officer is a prick or a donkey, it means they like to intentionally make inmates' lives more difficult. Being buddy-buddy with said officer is offensive, and you might get beat up. The barber shop is not free. Yes, the barbers are paid for cutting hair, but commissary items, $3 to $5 worth is expected, and the barber will tell you what to get for him. Respect others in the showers and bathrooms and they will respect you. Give people trouble and they will seek out ways to frig with you. Pay all debts as soon as possible. The longer you wait to pay for something, the less trustworthy you seem. Scrabble, chess, and dominoes are serious games. Either be good, get better, or lose horribly. Protect custom-made food. See someone eating something not made from commissary items? The worst idea is to make a big deal about it. If you want and find out who you need to talk to. By doing this, I found out about awesome pizza made with real dough. Homemade ice cream. Must have been at least 15 flavors. I even helped one ice cream producer with pistachio ice cream, apple pie, cookies, fudge, tamales, and other creations. What can be done with a microwave is way more incredible than what most people realize. Don't brag about anything, especially why you are incarcerated. The more you speak, the more people suspect you might be hiding details or lying. Regardless of what you tell anyone when asked about your offense or offenses, be consistent. Can be 100% BS or 100% true. As long as no one is given reason to doubt the story, you won't be hassled. Do not isolate yourself, and do not associate with just one group, and be careful who you hang out with. Via proximity, many assumptions will be made about you, but generally they will be bad. I was matriculated in New Mexico's system. If you're unwilling to resort to physical means to be reimbursed for something, don't lend anything. This will result in many of your possessions being stolen. If you make eye contact with someone, don't look away, but rather look, as if you're trying to see something behind them. If someone threatens you for something like graham crackers, don't give it to them. It's better to take one potential beating than dozens for forfeiting your food or anything. Never give your opinion to anyone unless asked directly, then lie based on what they were previously discussing. Never take the Lord's name in vain. Many inmates turn to God while incarcerated, and if you say Jesus Christ or something even remotely similar to that, you will probably get jumped. Many prison gangs like artist, this got me through, because they want tattoos, so the best way to avoid the bulk of chaos is to be a decent artist. 5 is kind of ironic, haha. Oh, you said the Lord's name in vain? I'm a devout follower, now I'm gonna rock your crap. In the US, if you see a group, it won't be one person beating a sex offender to death, you join in, or else you will be labeled a sympathizer and get beat to death too at some point soon. Also, everyone's going to be there for a long time. This is now your family. Be cool, be friendly, but be a man and stand up for yourself. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of, or you always will be. I'm a little drunk, so I'm sure I could word that better. In my experience, ex-offenders were never beaten near to death. Sure, they were clocked or sucker punched, but never to death. The chomos? Child molesters, that's a different story. They would get beaten down unless they went to segregated to protective custody from general population, or Gen Pop. The terms differ place to place, I assume. Don't touch my stuff. Seriously. When locked up, people have very few things they can call their own, and if you snatch it without asking, what you're gonna wind up with is a freaking beating. And the courtesy flush. No matter where you poop, or when you poop, that toilet better be taking that turd as it is still departing your butt. There's enough nasty odors to contend with on the block. No one needs to add your poop stink to it. Find something to be useful at. You are entering a community. Yes, you'll probably be assigned work, but what else can you do? If you're good at something, see if someone else does it, and befriend them, so you're not taking away business or attention from them. For another insight. For anyone wanting to know about juvie in this thread, these are common rules. 1. Shut the frick up inside your cell. Don't beat/bang on the doors like a raving idiot. That will get the guards in your cell in no time to move you to the room with all the people in juvie on a more serious offense, which luckily is usually on the other side of a soundproof glass. 2. If you have any tobacco, contraband item in juvie, of course, you share with the crowd or risk crap. This is very rare though. 3. Don't go offend anyone, even by accident. 4. If you ain't gonna eat it, toss it to someone during free hour. 5. Bets on games are taken pretty freaking seriously. 6. If you're on a block with female inmates as well, even looking that way can get you in some serious crap. 7. Personal favorite. Don't talk about what you're in for, especially if it's stupid. Guy I was in with was in for busting a gumball machine. He collected over $120 in quarters. Guess why he got caught? 8. Guards are buttholes about getting water. Serious buttholes. While I was using a chip bag to drink out of all the time. I can't really think of any more subtle ones. Little tip, you're definitely gonna get sick at least once, and it's gonna suck. But don't ever reach over another inmate's plate or tray while they're eating, or sitting in front of it. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't do that outside of jail either. Yeah, basically anything remotely disrespectful in prison is gonna end badly.